Okay, so morning brief. Master Mason, no, Drone Skull coming at you. So today should be interesting. I'm a little concerned. A little concerned. Walking in there today. Oh, I'll be in there today, don't worry. I ain't gonna, yeah, you think I'm gonna pass up on a marshmallow like that? That's dragging shit and diamond in there. I ain't missed that for nothing more. I think it comes up later on. You'll understand where I'm going with this. Uh, it takes some time to get used to it. It took me a long time. I don't want to bag on. I want to make sure that towards any video interpretation come up today, hey, I hit the clock before any non-local comes up for the court case. You got to be on this shit, like on this shit. Like I said, Veer's doing fine. Billy's doing fine. The mill was is squared off. Rock coming in the building squared off. I mean, we're right there at the end of the day, pretty much 1-to-1, like a giant hadron collider clock. And so I made the joke. I said in one of my comments is like, hey, a strap crane. I'm pretty sure I can keep this black hole energy generator from going doomsday device with the number of photons I put into it. Now it gets hot. It got a little lively in there. I needed a little extra energy in here. Get through this one. Got some country boys. You gotta jump, Mario. Uh, and obviously it's tough stuff, but the psychology behind it, like I can't specify enough. When I get to the OSHA bits of it, it's like when you watch the cameras, bodies in movement, the mass of those bodies, the spins of those bodies, and those are your red blue twister steps. You got pivot points of the crane. Just because that's local physics. If it was a train or elevators or the 5-foot saw program and how to teach math with Stanford force bar, that floor you're standing on, again, I cannot specify. In the stone mill, like you walk out of there, it's like, well, what do you do all day? I cut donuts. It's like, this is the only number. It's like you get home and it's like you can't even quantify any of that. It's like none of that makes a really good cheeseburger, short of the things that you're paying into it. It's like house is equal cheeseburgers. I could see that over a year. Maybe if I didn't have one, it would suck for a really long. And that becomes something that you look for on the mill floor, is what I'm trying to gauge at. You get to the point. Where's the points? Where's the dragon shit and diamond? How do I clean this up here? I don't want. I mean, if there's enough of it on the floor, it really doesn't matter anymore. I joke because I remember my first time it happened at. I remember the first time it happened at Tompkins with Chuck. You know, coming out of the yard, my hands were shredded. It's stupid, rookie mistake. Not wearing gloves or stuff, and I had to walk away. My hands were shredded, and they were getting into it. I think it was without names. A couple of them were getting into it down there, and it wasn't nobody's fault. It wasn't nothing. It was a decision I made to do a thing. It happens. Just like Veer, Billy's decision to do a thing. Billy's not doing anything wrong. I really, honestly, veered kind of a little out. That is the truth. As much as I like to bag on Billy here, he's not the piece of iron attached to this building in which I break my hand if I go talking stuff about. Honestly, I have nothing wrong with the old schooler interpretation. Again, that's the safety guy. You should be able to watch me without actually having to put a hand on that strap cane. I mean, really, just walk with them. Sometimes it makes them more nervous. You're just fine over there by the saws. You'd be over there by the saws. Some of them are gonna have things. It's just the way that there's a safe way to do it. We got to start clearing that off on OSHA, not necessarily Rich or me or Billy, because I don't think that's the problem. When you have to wait a year like that, operations lock up. Whenever you got to look at the floor. I can't quantify what smoothest silk sheets look like, and if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But if it's pretty damn close, that's what those numbers are. The checklist, you got that's a red thing, some but red pena. It's your crayon for lunch. The Marine joke that I put in sometimes. I grab my crayon, take my lunch right here. That's one stone. If you mark out the read on that thing, that's $15. That's an operation just in time for. Everybody's in, fuck, who knows, sitting on a pallet space, operational space. They're really small windows. The one rock right there, but it's on a pallet with extra one. It starts the set. It's yard space. Now those are real hard dollars to quantify until the physics happens, and then I can backtrack it, whatever. But there's not a real reason to. I said backtrack it. That's that dragon. Something stabbing me. I'm gonna find out. I've seen the play, and again, with the need to do psychology like that, I'm sure it come off a little hot in that video last night. Again, I cannot specify enough. This is for M. Shah, O. Shah, Putin, Russia, Como, Delhi. This is my play for Delhi. This is the workforce play for Delhi for safety officer, for managers. I'm not just talking about the thermaler guy setup, which is just the basic housing physics. This is the station. This is your desk. This is your raises. This is your so everything in here becomes college students and what they're learning to teach the prisoners in Delhi. That my little thing that I do for this little box down here in Hancock about, again, the workforce program. In case you don't get arrested, you can still get in here and I'll take you on there. Here's some of the tests that you'll need to know. Everything we do for the job, quantifiable, studyable. I can make tests off of this about how many times off of these numbers right here should this pallet be done. And that's what that number should look like. That's a test. That's do not come into this aircraft. That is the Army telling you at 83 you're too stupid. It's basically illegal for them to make orders with you. That's what this physics and calculus represents. That's what discrimination represents. That's what Marxism, communism, in a place where the physics isn't fully understood, regardless of the name that you tell it, regardless of the incident. If that physics for Vera and Billy and me involved was not correct, then the mass and spin of that thing is going to be wrong. We start shooting photons down in it. Doomsday device. Big old bomb. I know, because these are the inner workings of this thing right here. I know. Like some other ones, like I know he knows that. I know too, but Jordan is like quantum physicist. We'll get him in. This is great. I need your insight. That's that extra resistor that come from Botswana, right? I have no clue. You guys use them every day, but there's physics. Yeah, it should be one of them. We're shitting silk sheets here, guys. I think that's the biggest thing I can say about that. And why little things make us mad that aren't quantifiable to that level or something. It is a problem. Physics is a problem. That's something I bring up a lot. But not necessarily a train or a train. It's what our understanding of physics is, what our understanding of economics is on that floor, what our idea of psychology is. It's a box. Stuff happened in that box. They are bodies in movement. Just because they're people's variations that apply to people math, that's gender role. Not all the bodies on the walking line are coming up on this mountain path. An EM field, morning, daytime, rainy, bob clouds, cobras, Kevin, dragon. I'm a dragon, you're a dragon, let's be a dragon together. How about that? Catch you on the next one.